Absolutely devastating finish for Ricky Burns versus Scott CARDLE. Now, this is the kind of fight that a lot of people are looking at saying 50-50, which is a little bit, I mean, I can understand it to a point because Ricky Burns, of course, he's a three-weight world champion. Everybody in the UK, especially Scotland, are very, very proud of him for what he's achieved in his career, three-weight world champion. He's a huge inspiration to a lot of people. And obviously, me being in Newcastle, I'm pretty close to Scotland, so I can give like a lot of empathy towards Ricky Burns and what have you. So him versus Scotty CARDLE, a lot of people saying 50-50. Ricky Burns obviously was an elite fighter at one point, and he is at the tail end of his career. Obviously, a couple of defeats where he's been in world title fights. Of course, the three-weight world champion. Obviously, he's lost titles. He's fought Terence Crawford, Julius Indongo, Anthony Crolla. Okay, and he's come up short against those guys, but he's beaten a lot of good guys along the way. But obviously, over the last couple of years, he's been thinking about potentially retiring. What more can he give? And this fight showed the difference between the British level. Scotty CARDLE is kind of like British level. I think that's fair to say. I know he did get blitzed by Lewis Ritson for the British lightweight title, but Scotty CARDLE is a very good fighter. But Ricky Burns coming down, you see a lot of people say, he's washed up and everything, which is, for me, was always unfair. But it shows the gap, and there's a huge gap between British level and world level. While Ricky Burns, it would be fair to say he may not be world level anymore. I mean, who knows? I mean, you just don't know with Ricky Burns. If he was given another world title opportunity against the right opponent at the right time, as in soon, he may do a job. He just might do it. You just don't know with Ricky Burns. But in the first two rounds, Ricky Burns was showing his old manish, if you like. In other words, he was old manning Scotty CARDLE. He was showing him some tricks of the trade. Okay, he was bullying him. He was letting Scotty CARDLE throw a few punches in order to set up his own. He was doing things that you don't really learn at British level. You only learn as you go up the levels. But listen, round number 3, it starts. I looked at my phone. I looked up, and as I looked up at the TV, this punch come out of hell from Ricky Burns and caught Scott CARDLE, and he went rigid and fell back like a statue. He didn't just collapse like his knees didn't go. He just went back and landed hard on his back. And I'm thinking, holy crap, he ain't even going to move off this one. But to his credit, Scotty CARDLE got up. He really did. And the referee waved it off. He gave him like a standing 8 count and then said, look, you can't continue. Because in the very first round, in fact, the very first punch, I think that Ricky Burns threw, split the eye of Scotty CARDLE. So maybe this may have contributed towards the performance of Scotty CARDLE. But listen, you know what? He is a phenomenal talent. He's Ricky Burns. And for me, another crack at world title, why not? He may not win it, but he deserves a crack. That's just my opinion. Now, he was scheduled to fight on next weekend show over there in Kansas in America on the Jarrell Miller undercard. I don't know whether or not that's still going to happen. I mean, I presumed it was going to be called off because he was having this fight, but because it only went 2 rounds and a tiny little bit, maybe he still can. I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, congratulations to Ricky Burns. That was a brutal finish. I mean, he caught him with that right hand, and outside he just went rigid and fell back. It's very, very rare you see that kind of stoppage. But anyway, drop your thoughts below about it, click that thumbs up, and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.